Alafia family and couple. Welcome on into the house of confirmation today. How do you pray, family? Family, you already know how we get down. Got a little bit of echo. Family, you already know how we get down. Yes, family, it is Saturday. Yes, it is new moon. I say. Family, let's go on ahead, unplug, disconnect ourselves from the matrix way of thinking and our whole ideology you were thrown into. Also, family, let's go on ahead, take that deep breath inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing all of the poison and pressure that was picked up while you was plugged into the matrix. I do for your family. For those who may have forgotten, and for those who already know, I am your Baba Oya Yemi, initiated ancestral priest over 24 years now. I'm Omitola Ajibola, prophetess, messenger, and healer, and we are the House of Confirmations. Ekabo. Ekabo means welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in, come on in, come on in, familia. Ashe. Alafia family tuning in with us. Come on in, family. We are so happy to see you all, family. We have so much going on, okay? So much going on. Who we got up in here? Alafia Miss Agnes. Alafia Miss Agnes. That's my teacher right there. Our beautiful Miss Johnson, Alafia Tugger J. We got Brianna. We feeling family in the house. Hey, that's not Tugger. Isaac. Alafia Isaac, we see y'all tuning in. Go ahead and speak. If you're not able to speak, let us know, telepathically, we'll be able to hear you. Alafia Brandy, we see you tuning in. I said, we see you, Miss Sherry J. Alafia, welcome on in. See you, Sherry J. Oh, Miss Kimberly Wheeler. Miss Kimberly, I said, y'all. You tuning in. We see y'all up in here. Y'all go on ahead and give a warm welcome, warm hi. How you doing? Konnichiwa. Alafia, blessings. I say, family, we don't do lurkers and not. This is a family song. I say, cool, Doom. To Brandy, your baby boy, we know he turns 10 today. I say, cool, Doom. Come on in, family, come on in. Way down there. Family, happy new moon, happy Saturday. Okay, today we'll be going over a little bit of the history of the new moon, that energy. Also, we will be giving the new moon collective. Okay, so we'll be doing a new moon reading for the collective. Family, you all can donate. Make sure that you are sending your energy in. Okay, make sure you're sending light, love, positive energy, positive vibrations. So your energy can be read during the new moon collective reading. Actually, that is the group reading. Okay, we want to know what's going on with this new moon. Also, we want to know why is the new moon important. Yeah, because I know a lot of us been hooked on the full moon for so long. That is true. Yeah, and we also know full moon then comes out with the witches and then all the worst things. The police even say the most crime is happening on the full moon. What is it with the new moon? We're going to dive deep into that, family. Absolutely. New moon is very important. Biblically speaking and historically speaking, new moons were responsible for the new month. As we see today as the 20th. Why would we be having a new month beginning on the 20th? Okay, that's just to let you know their calendars, okay? How we've been under the wrong calendar and been going off the wrong calendar, and our season and dates and times is not correct. They're not correct. New moon actually signified the beginning of the new month. In the Bible, it told our people, as well, especially the Israelites, to follow the new moon, okay, to give offerings on the new moon, to hold the new moon feast. This celebrated and signified a new month, giving new offerings onto the Most High, celebrating with the Most High, and they started a calendar and counting after the new moon. That's when the calendar month started, after they have seen physically the new moon. Today, they do not have us going off of the new moon, starting our new beginning, starting our new month. we're actually going off of, as we recently learned, the Egyptian/Roman calendar. We are not going off of the original calendar our people have always gone off of. We are going off of these new days, and know the days are not adding up, as we can tell, because today is the 20th, and yet it's a new moon, and it's not the new month. So yes, family, the map, yes, the map as well, but the calendar is way off. The days way off.
Absolutely. Definitely. So as this is the new moon, this is also technically, organically be the new month, beginning the new month. And why is it important to work with the new moon? Because a lot of people are using the full moon's energy to manifest. The full moon is illuminating what has been hidden, okay? What may not have been seen. And it also is pulling on the emotions on 100% during the full moon. So during the full moon, a lot of things have already manifested, and you're not dealing with new energy. You're being exposed and you're being revealed and illuminated to the energy that is there, that is present, that is deep within people, energies or faces or sides or moves that people may have been hiding or trying to, overlook or not deal with. That's why police do speak of full moon being some of the most volatile times. Okay, because all those hidden emotions, all those hidden feelings are pulled to the forefront. They are tugged on. When it comes to new moon, you are given a clean slate. You're giving a clean slate to create, okay, to manifest, to petition. Definitely when it comes to working and creating, we want to have new. We want to make sure that we want to make sure that we are working with that new energy. So as this will be a time to manifest, shout out to those who just participated in the money and prosperity ritual and the HOK. This will be a perfect time to be calling on those energies. As basically, family, you all can look at the new moon as it is dark. We are filling that moon up with what we are wanting to receive and manifest for full moon. What you would like to see by full moon, you should be working on during new moon. Okay?
I say quite the contrary and opposite what our people are used to, going out to the full moon and then start asking for things to start manifesting. It's already full. Can't fit anything into something that's already full. Let's start with the clean slate, that empty slate, and then fill it up with the things that we are wanting, and then we watch them manifest by the time the full moon gets here.
Absolutely.
Ashe. Diving deep into our biblical studies, family, we're going to get on the right track.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. For those who have been in the Bible or have even been negating the Bible, you cannot negate the fact that we are not operating off of the correct calendar. How else were we able to tell our seasons and months? It was with the sun and moon family, okay? So we know that we are off. No way should a new moon be in the beginning of a month. Let them tell it is 14, 15 days after the new month. When biblically we were told that the new moon represented the new month, also known as Shadash, which means new month. So moon, month, that sounds very, very, very familiar. New month, new moon, the new moon represented the new month. This is how backwards they have us, and that's why our people are having to work extra hard when it comes to imagining and petitioning and manifesting. When it comes to prayers and petitions, continuously seeing a little bit of it, but having to keep doing them over and over again because we are not working with our natural calendar. We're not. We've always done rituals. We always had festivities. We've always had feasts. In the Bible, you can see many times where we gave offerings and gave sacrifices and had festivals on the moon. It was actually commanded to do those things on the moon, on behalf of the Most High, on behalf of the Lord. But the people's hearts turned wicked and turned away from God and continue to do new moon rituals and continue to appease new moon and try to still give offerings to God during the new moon, and they weren't accepted, and God turned away from them because their hearts had turned wicked. This caused a lot of people to either continue to try to do those new moon rituals without cleansing their heart, or moving on to the full moon, thinking that it was the full moon ritual that was allowing it to be accepted. Family, we teach in this house, Iwa Prele, character. Good character. It doesn't matter what ritual you're doing, it will not be accepted by the Most High, the greatest, the highest, exalted spirit with bad character. Can't be a shitty, ugly person and think a ritual's gonna help you out. Even God said, he said, enough of these new moon rituals if y'all are not gonna clean up your character. If all you're gonna do is rely on sacrificing an animal and not you, I won't take it. I won't accept it. You should not be giving offerings and sacrifices if we are not going to make sure that our character is cleansed and we are operating with clean hearts and clean minds and are not operating off of wickedness. And a lot of people don't understand they're operating off of wickedness when they're wanting to petition things for malice reason, when they're wanting to be malicious, when people are wanting to be vindictive. When you are going into prayer, or you don't think you're going to prayer, when you're going to petition, when you're going into candle work, but you have a vindictive intention, you have a vengeance intention, envy in your heart, jealousy in your heart. You're operating that ritual off of coveting, off of someone else having, off of doubting, not having confidence, operating off of fear. These are energies that will not have your offerings or your prayers manifestations accepted. And if we are carrying those energies, that means that we have to do the inner work. A lot of people don't want to be honest when they're carrying those energies. That's why we do new moon readings. Okay? For those who may not have acknowledged or identified the issues that they're having within, aka shadow work. They call it so many things today. Lifetime after lifetime, they change. Generation, they change, but the energy remains the same. Shadow work is always needed. It's your shadow. So while everybody else bullshit irritates you and aggravates you, trust you aggravate and irritate people too. Don't think you're just sitting in a room and everybody get on your nerves and you don't get on nobody's nerves. That's why you're meddlesome now and can't be to yourself and don't enjoy your own company because you get on your nerves. That's when we have to go within and do that shadow work. New moon is a great time to make sure that we are cleansed, we are open, we are available to receive what we're calling on.
I said, family, definitely. When it comes to Iwa Pule, good character, that's the only way that any of your gifts are going to work. That's the only way that you are going to be able to be the best that you can be, is with Iwa Pule, good character. Good character is when you are in front of people and not in front of people. Good character is based on when only you see it, how only you feel to judge it. That is your good character. We know that God sits within us. We often deal with that, beating up that guilty conscience because that's God resting within us. We must have Iwa Kwale, good character, for anything to pop off, for any of our gifts to manifest. For us to be able to give a gift, an offering onto the Most High, we must have Iwa Kwale. That means the time that we have done wrong in the dark, yes, that shadow work that we're working on must be cleansed. Must be cleansed. I'll say, family, we got so many messages coming to you for all the lovely goddesses out there, you lovely mothers out there. We had just passed Mother's Day, my goodness, they are still giving messages out to the mothers. Make sure that you have your hair wraps on, looking just as beautiful as your omitola. I say, for all my warriors out there, my fathers, gods out there, make sure that you have your hats to the side. I do pray this to give honor to the Most High and to your forefathers and foremothers. we will be opening up into prayer. And yes, family, you all know those famous 10 slots that gets opened up on HOK will be opening up today. And yes, we will be reading many new moon messages. What are the things that we should be doing coming into this new moon? And it's quite interesting because this new moon is actually set on the end day of Taurus season. Tomorrow starting Gemini season. Interesting. Shout out to all my Geminis out there. I said, Lafayette, Miss Faith lives.
Lafayette family tuning in. Peace and blessings to all. You lurkers will be charged with energy vampirism. So we make sure that we can get that energy back.
Okay. Got to get into this prayer, family. How are y'all feeling? How are y'all doing?
And for those who are inboxing us as well, thank you for
Yes, family, you can book your own private new moon reading in the inbox. As we know, some people, y'all like your privacy. We don't mind that at all. New moon reading R65 in the inbox. That is a minimum of 1 hour. Make sure that you book now while we are in the new moon season to know what to do while coming into this moon. Alafia, oye la king.
Alafia, oye la king. Brianna, glad to hear that was agitated to you got here feeling much better. That is beautiful to hear.
Alafia, Miss Taylor, artist formerly
known as Prince. Alafia, Taylor, come on in, family. Ashe Ekabo. For those who are just tuning in, do know that family, Spirit has already came with messages, okay? So if you're still just not tuning in, make sure that you catch the beginning of this live. Spirit has already came with messages, and we're not done, family. We can allow everybody to come on in.
Ashe, preparing ourselves to open up into these prayers and open up the 10 slots for family who are needing to go ahead and book these new moon messages. Ashe, and thank you so much for putting up the scripture that family know. Once again, House of Confirmation, we are biblical based. Family, we're not going to lead you anywhere that the Bible has not been leading us for generations. And that is the correct way. Definitely, we will be understanding why we are to be noticing the new moon versus the full moon. How we've gone so astray from what we were told to do in the beginning.
Absolutely. And some people may not be comfortable with the Bible, or may have all type of issues with the Bible. Letting you know now, in today's time, a great collection of all the stories that you're needing to hear, the historical facts, hey, the missing pieces are located in the Bible. We send you much energy and much prosperity, much e-ray. You know that scholastically, a lot of hidden identity, hidden information, important historical information is located within the Bible. So after you come across many different cultures, many different religions, many different traditions, even esoteric occults, you will see that their information can be found in the Bible. The same stories, same energies. Now the reason why it's not being interpreted correctly or even relayed correctly is because they are trying to hide that bloodline that carries those gifts naturally. Point blank, period. To simplify it, there's some people that gotta go order tarot cards, and there's some people that don't need cards. It's some people that needs a pot to be able to conjure spirit, and there's some people who was able to have house spirit within them. Simply put, there was always a bloodline that we can see today that has these supernatural gifts, godlike gifts, known throughout history. And their identity has been hidden generation after generation after generation, starting with African American, going back to Black, going back to color, going back to niggas, going back to Negro. Then you have your Indians, your Native Americans. Okay, the same tribe bloodline whose identity has changed by generation, keep us further from understanding the truth, which we have all of our evidence and historical fact located within Genesis alone, letting us know about this specific bloodline. Which we have the CIA, who still have most of the book of Genesis as declassified information that they have not released to the public. So do know that they have been studying this bloodline so long that they traveled the world to find this bloodline.
That's sure. And for family who is in the Atlanta area, we will be hosting a Bible study class tomorrow. Please make sure if you are looking to join, to hit us in the inbox and schedule with us for coming out. Because this is something that we as the people are needing. We didn't know much. We was only repeating what we were told, and now that we're getting older and smarter and wiser, we're realizing what we were told was bullcrap, was wrong, was a tool to destroy us. And now we're wanting to get right. We're understanding that we are built for something more. And for those who do not understand what the Bible is about, it is about a bloodline of people who kept going through a captivity, 7 captivity to be exact, America being the 7th and last captivity. And what are we to do after we get out of this captivity? That is what the Bible is about. And it also gives us a state of rules and laws on how to walk so that we can continue getting our blessings. How we are supposed to be seeing things from the beginning versus what they told us since 400 years ago. That is what the Bible is about, family.
Absolutely. Within the Bible holds proof and evidence that our ancestors had altars, that our ancestors revered their ancestors, those that had passed on, and honored them, that our ancestors burned incense upon the altar. The Bible shows evidence that our ancestors gave offerings, that our ancestors did petitions, that our ancestors had healing gifts, that our ancestors had prophetic gifts. Our ancestors had the gift of dreams, the gift of messengers, the gift of being able to discern spirits, the gift of teaching, the gift of knowledge and wisdom. The evidence that's in this book, written before all of us was born, we are seeing descendants, we are seeing those descendants of those ancestors today that are born with those gifts.
That's it. I mean, among those gifts also the physical strength of Samson. We had the physical strength of our people. We have the spiritual strength of our people. My goodness, we was able to take over Jericho just by marching around it. Was able to stop the sun from moving so that we can continue to slaughter our enemies. Yes, family, all of these gifts that's been locked up and put away are now being returned back to us. But there's only one way that we're going to be able to use these gifts that are returning back to us. It's coming from the Bible. The same book where your family was, where your bloodline was whipped and hung and burned and killed every time they read a scripture or a word from it. This book, family.
Absolutely. And we challenge you all, as for those who are God children of the house, you all know that you all get homework assignments. We challenge you all to research these scriptures within the Bible that speak on the new moon and speak on how we recognize the new moon and why we recognize the new moon and who told us to recognize the new moon.
Now, I'll also state this, family, because when information like this come out, they try to stop it. When information like this comes out and it's not appeasing to the entertainment eyes, they try to push it away and put some other garbage in front of us to chit-chat and talk about for weeks and months at a time. My goodness, I believe we're still talking about the Will Smith, Chris Rock event getting slapped. Still talking about the things that happen in Housewives of Atlanta. We're still gossiping about who had who child in the entertainment industry. Yes, family, we still gossip about things. We still chit-chat about nonsense things that are going to do nothing for us as a people. This is the time that we are here to make a stance and we are here to make a change. For those who do not know, we have been giving you all readings directly from the Bible for years now. There have been no tarot decks. There have been no opales. There have been natural gifts, natural abilities from the natural bloodline of people. And we're showing you all the same way how you can tap into these same gifts just as well.
Absolutely. And you know what they did silence and what they was able to distract our people from is the statement that Kanye West made. And what's interesting and quite peculiar is that Kanye West has made many statements throughout his career that were mind-boggling, that have shocked the community. Okay, Kanye West built almost an image of being able to say things, say whatever he feels, whatever he likes. Okay, for example, when he went on national TV and said Bush doesn't care about black people. He didn't lose not one contract. And if anything, his popularity grew. His fame grew for making that statement. There was also a time Kanye West went on stage and told Taylor Swift that he believed Beyonce deserved that award while Taylor Swift was accepting an award. Didn't lose any money, probably lost a contract or a deal with Taylor Swift, lost some endorsements to Taylor Swift, but from there his popularity grew even more. Fast forward to about, I say a couple of months ago, not even a whole year has went by, and Kanye professed the truth about our hidden identity. And they took, I believe, what, $1 billion away from him?
Yeah. Yes, they did. All he did was mention us being the real Jews. And a lot of people think, oh, because he spoke against the Jewish people. That wasn't it. He's been speaking against them. That wasn't it. Same thing with Kyrie Irving.
I believe so.
Same thing with him. Why was he forced to submit to them after exposing a video speaking on who we are, which Amazon tried to go and have you to rent for $49.99 later on, but he had it up there for free. Yeah, they tried to get him to bow down to them as well. Family, we are at a stance and at a time where we are no longer looking to bow down to our enemies, but yet overthrow our enemies, uprise to our higher selves. And what we are to do to get to that higher self. First of all, we are going to have to wipe away all the old things that we were taught. Much like full moons. How we love full moons so much and we just feel, oh, just the most spiritualist, and some of you all will even dare say the witches. Tell me if I'm lying. The full moon comes out and all of a sudden the witchiest witches come out. Now we can look back at character. Is that a character that we should really be holding with us? Is that a character trait? If we really want our stuff to manifest and really want our power to manifest, is that the type of character trait that we should be having? Well, that's why we also have such things like forgiveness. We have to ask for forgiveness. Well, we did not know. We're coming out of a captivity. One thing about us learning is that we don't want to feel bad for the things that we learned wrong. We have an ego and a pride, and my goodness, sin. And we're working through it. And while we're working through it, we have to understand that, yes, we were taught some wrong things. We were taught some wicked things, evil things, witchy things, warlock things. And we're coming out of that. We're coming out of her. As the Most High would say, come out of her, my people. As we are to come out, we cannot turn back. Ooh, we cannot be like the wife of Lot, who ought to turn around. And boy, she would turn to a pillar of salt. For those who don't know what a pillar of salt means, that means gone. You cannot come back from that. That's it. That is the single element now. You cannot be reincarnated from a pillar of salt. You cannot live through your generation through a pillar of salt. That is the second death. So yes, family, we are here working on Iwakale, good character, and how we judge ourselves with our good character versus others judging us. It is not always in the face of others is our character judged. That is true Iwakale.
Absolutely. Most important to remember about Iwakale and good character is good character is who are you when you feel like no one's watching. What are your actions? What are your thoughts when you feel like no one's listening? What are your views? What are your perceptions when you feel like no one knows? That is how you're being judged. And that is the energy that is propelling and pushing your manifestations, your petitions, your prayers. Don't forget, God said He knew us before we was put into our mother's womb. So the character traits that we are working on, keyword working on, we are put in situations in life to be able to work on those characteristic traits. We are going through tests and trials in life to be able to clean up our character, separate good from evil, not be both, not operate with both, but literally choosing a side and excelling. Now, some people have chose their fate, dark things, wicked. We know some wicked people out here, murderers, rapists, molesters, pedophiles. There are those who choose to operate off of wicked energies. Okay, and then you have those who are, let's say, emotional. Their wicked side comes out when their emotions are hurt, when they're triggered, when they feel offended or disrespected. Then we have those that are on the road to what they would call the Jesus-like walk, being able to turn the other cheek, not because we're weak or vulnerable, but because we understand karma. We understand that the energy that is put out must be received. So for those who are taking their energy to try to give somebody else their karma, do know that you are owed that energy as well. Whatever you do comes back to you. And a lot of it comes back to your generation. As we see that which has been a repeated theme in the Bible, that things they did affected their generation. So we are no different. You're not just going to be able to sit up in a room in a closet and light candles for every feeling and emotion you have to think it's not going to come back on your generation.
Once again, as we spoke yesterday on yesterday's live, this selfish mentality that we stepped into in this generation, we must get out of it and look for the greater to come for generations after us. And the only way that's going to come is by the actions we have today. You cannot expect for the generation to come to be so great if our action today does not show it. We are setting them up for failure.
Absolutely. Definitely. I am definitely ready to get into this movement New Moon Collective Reading.
I know I'm ready. Shay family, y'all got enough time to get your head wraps on. But men out there, to go ahead and snatch your crown off real quick, put it to the side. I do pray. Family, about to open up into these prayers. I'm to two, not to two, he laid to two, Alicia. Only the new moon, new self. You should not be the same person coming into a new moon.
And that's the message I heard earlier, and it spoke on spiritual development and spiritual growth. As you are growing on your journey, you're not supposed to look the same on your journey from the beginning of the journey and the current, present moment of your journey. Growth. You should not look the same. You should not think the same. You shouldn't react the same. The triggers shouldn't be the same. These are things, this is how we can gauge our growth as adults, as the mature, as the wise. It's not, are you getting taller? Just keep looking at your nail beds. Is my nails growing longer? That's not the reminders that we should still be checking for to remind us that we're growing and we're getting wiser.
I believe most of us use our hair.
Yes.
We know that we got growth because our hair got growth. That's it. We got to look for other forms of growth, family. You should be able to see in the form of growth every new moon. Every new moon, you should see a certain type of growth that you should be proud of, a lesson that was learned, something that was picked up, knowledge, wisdom you was able to apply, getting ready to apply. You should show some type of growth other than hair length, nail length, if I need new shoes. How old are these clothes? I've outworn these clothes, yet we still have the same habits. We don't ever feel as if we can outwear habits or outwear bad character. We feel as if these things could carry along with us because they made it this far. Versus, I should be outgrowing everything I was last year, last month, last week. I should outgrow it. Just the same as I outgrew my shoes and my clothes when I was a child. Once again, family, we have to understand where growth looks like. Where is it? Where can we pinpoint our growth? Not just a notch on the wall to say, oh, I grew 3 inches today. Oh, I must be getting older because I grew shorter. Family, we have to understand wisdom is a growth that grows every day. It starts from the day you're born and it stops the day you die. Wisdom is a growth that should grow every day. And you should be able to pinpoint this with every new moon.
Absolutely. Very important. Being able to grow, being able to shed, being able to evolve, elevate. Reminder, you will continue to be put through situations in life to test that growth, to test your character. Some people find themselves more frustrated with the test versus their actions, their deeds, their reactions. Some people find themselves even more frustrated with the test because it keeps coming, meaning they keep ending up in those situations. As soon as they felt like they got out of the situation, they're back in. It has revisited itself. It has presented itself again. Because you thought you escaped the situation when the task was to learn and evolve. We have to believe in evolution. And a great force behind evolution is mental. Who are we mentally? And that will affect emotionally. You can judge a person's mental by how they react. What emotions are present the most? You could judge a person's level of maturity by their emotions. Also, for those who are working on themselves, or so-called working on themselves, do know that that is not a task that can get done by yourself. Don't have ego and pride have you thinking that working on a lot of these characteristic traits is done by yourself. Majority of their grooming was done as a child when parents or family elders, adults, are responsible for your characteristic growth, for the morals and values that you possess. So don't think that that's the only time that you're going to have mentors or outside sources navigating you, guiding you, counseling you, advising you to your higher self. Once you leave what they so-called childhood or teenhood, adolescence, and you're now in the real world, do not let ego and pride block you from continuing to get those lessons, from continuing to mature and learn from certain situations and experiences in life. You can't be single and think that you're working on yourself. It's going to show once you're with someone, whether it's a friendship, intimate relationship, business relationship, okay, co-worker relationship, group circle thing. You will be tested in those situations. A lot of people can lie to themselves. A lot of people can hide the truth from themselves. A lot of people lack discipline. When you are with another person, those things are reflected. Those things are called out, and people are upset about that. Please be mindful this new moon for those who have been around you and who have been hiding certain feelings or who have not been totally honest about certain emotions that they're carrying. They won't be able to sit on it so long. People swear, oh, this came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, she just started acting different. Out of nowhere, he just ghosted me.
It was a buildup.
Everyone doesn't have the confidence to express or even the comfortability to express certain things. That doesn't mean those emotions and feelings aren't there. Once again, if you think you're single and you're putting in all the work that you'll ever have to put in yourself, as soon as you get in a relationship, you're now being perfect, and no one will ever have to correct or criticize or will ever get offended by you, or that you will never be able to do anyone wrong. That is false. It is when you are around others, when you are dealing with others, is when your shadow self, the things that you are needing to work on and can't work on alone. You're not going to know if you're rough or mean or selfish until you're dealing with other people and you're put in positions to be able to show if you carry those energies or not. You don't know how romantic you are unless you're in a romantic relationship. You don't know how emotional and available you are. You don't know how sweet and thoughtful and kind you are if you're just dealing with yourself. You will come across tasks in life or experiences in life that will call on those energies, and you have to study to show that stuff approved. You have to be able to compute. You have to be able to display those energies. And a lot of people can't display those energies with others, and they end up running back up single. Some people find themselves more comfortable trying to achieve growth alone That may be an immature mindset, letting you know how well you work with others. Especially in relationships. A lot of relationships fail, one, because of finances, two, because people don't think that they can still need growth in certain areas. People don't think that because someone loves them, that they should be able to let them know where they need work on, or that that person will be responsible to help better them.
For that right partnership, gotta allow yourself to be opening up for it, family. A lot of things you have to forgive yourself for, forgive others for. Holding on to a lot of past trauma, a lot of past hurt, shows that you're not growing, shows that you're not maturing, shows that you are still carrying bags that are weighing you down. We have to learn how to heal. I believe one of the messages yesterday was forgiveness. We must learn how to have forgiveness, family, because without forgiveness, those energies that we're harnessing is making us look ugly. It's making us mean, rough, making us not understanding. We have to learn how to forgive. Once we learn how to forgive, family, we can start to see growth. We can start to see maturity. We can start to see moving along, no longer stagnated, family. I love that message yesterday about forgiveness because it comes in so many forms and ways that's going to help us out. We hold on to this hurt and pain because it got us to where we are now. It is not needed. We must show growth. Once again, growth is not just in the hair and the nails, family. We must show growth in spirituality, your physical strength, your spiritual strength. This is going to allow us to have a greater character. Good character. We had good character. We was born into this world. We was a goo gaga, lovey-dovey, sweet, fat cheeks, chunky thighs. Yes, we had beautiful character, and then the world hit us. And we picked up some dirt. We picked up some things that caused our character not to be so good character. That doesn't mean that it remains the same. It means that we can work on our character becoming back flawless, back beautiful. We cannot be afraid of growth, family. We cannot be afraid of growth because we feel as if others are going to look at us differently. We're going to be judged, poked fun at. Don't want to lose certain circles, certain friends because the character we don't came across got us what we got today. You got uncomfortable with uncomfortability. And it's going to be very uncomfortable to get out of that situation. A lot of us hate it. Majority of us hate uncomfortability. But it is what's needed. As the snake sheds its skin, it is very uncomfortable. As the caterpillar eats itself, I'm sure that is no picnic in the park. The uncomfortability we must go through to grow is necessary. I'm not sure if we get the cutoff time. I don't believe we're giving a cutoff time, family. For those who are viewing, y'all didn't let Baba here know we didn't give a cutoff time after prayer. I blame y'all for that. Family, let's go ahead and give a cutoff time because these messages are coming down heavy. It is now 4:33 p.m. Eastern time, family. Gonna get family to 5:30 Eastern p.m. That means wherever you are now, you have approximately an hour and 3 minutes to go ahead and get your slots filled. I do pray, family, 10 slots for the new moon readings. If you would like to go ahead and book private session in the inbox, we will be with you after this broadcast. Go ahead and leave a note inside the inbox. We will be with you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mama, for that announcement. New moon reading, our last day for new moon readings is tomorrow. New moon readings are only available during the new moon cycle, which is 3 days before the new moon day, and then 3 days after the moon.
Sure.
Thank you, family, for your patience. Who do we have to? And how you all feel about the new moon collective reading messages so far? Family that is contacting us in the inbox, we are not ignoring you all.
No, we're not.
We'll be with you all after this live.
Family that's viewing with us, how's the audio? Let us know how's the audio. Can you all hear us clearly? Can you hear the music? Out there. Are you? And congratulations to Maya and Mama Agustonia. Definitely gotta call you on. Congratulations. Yeah, you saw the beautiful graduation pictures. Ow!
Oh my goodness.
Got a baby graduating. What I say?
It's like unbelievable. It's like the time went by like 3 blinks.
We wasn't ready. We was not ready.
She still has the baby face. She still has the same Sanaya baby face. You know, everyone is so proud. So proud.
Man.
How was you all Saturday? Happy new moon. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. Because Lashana was able to respond back to us. I said, the information that you all are watching from the beginning, I'm telling you exactly what I'm correct about. goodness. Thank you for the love, Taylor. Thank you for the love. Definitely make sure, for those who are just tuning in, make sure that you catch the live from the beginning. Get all those messages, especially the messages that came with the new collective briefing. Shadow work, you are present, working on character, working on development, working on change, working on growth. Okay? And also let us know this is a great time to do manifestation work, to say our petitions, to say our prayer. A full moon should be able to do a reflection of those things that was petitioned and put as a seed, sowed as a seed during a new moon, and during a full moon should be able to harvest those things. Definitely. So be mindful of what energy you're working with, because during a full moon, that's going to be exposed, that's going to be illuminated. What energies you're harnessing, what energies you're harnessing, you're carrying. It's a great time to check that out, making sure you have a clean slate, making sure that you're working with, operating with the energy in the room that you need to grow, for constant development and expansion.
We have so much growth, family. We cannot think that we've grown all that we have now. We have so much growing to do, so much maturing to do, so much prosperity to gain. Family, we haven't even reached nowhere near the top. That means we have much work to do.
Do not let ego and pride keep you stagnant or repel the situations, the lessons, the adversaries that's even needed, that friction that's needed that causes creation. Okay? So don't be scared of change, don't be scared of growth. We should not look the same or act the same or think the same as we did last month. That is what the first message came. As Baba told us, the new moon, new month should be a new self. Going through the shadow, let a lot of things go. Detach yourself from people, places, things, situations, maybe a town, maybe a but we cannot get comfortable with making do with the things that are keeping us back.
For those who have come for Bible study, for those who have come for just discussion with the godparents, they have been often mentioned to you in your growth process. You have approximately 120 years to fit in as much knowledge and wisdom as you can. 120 years compared to what you are, and I'm pretty sure there's no 120-year-old right now viewing. You know, and if there is, you could just say, give us some wisdom, thank you. But for the ones that we do know, none of y'all are 120 years old. We cannot be so quick to feel as if we have reached the end of growing, of learning. We should still see ourselves as babies, as we would look at anyone else in elementary school and say, oh, you have so much still to learn. Oh, you haven't even hit the surface. Yes, family, we have much learning to do. Yes, family, 120 years to where we are now, we have much learning to do. So don't feel bad for the things you do not know yet. That's as if a newborn feeling bad for not knowing how to walk. You would tell that newborn, take it easy. You just came out the womb. No one's expecting you to start walking and running and jumping day one. No. We have patience. The same as we will have patience with the newborn, we must find the same patience within ourselves, within our purpose. We have to find that same patience of growth, knowing that it will not come overnight, but it will come eventually. No 20-year-old is sitting like a 70-year-old with the wisdom that they may have. It took that amount of time to get there. And no 70-year-old wants to go back to the same thinking process of a 20-year-old. That's how you love the wisdom that you've grown to gain. You must understand, family, ego and pride is going to stop you from growing. It's going to stop you from achieving your greatness. When we are not looking at ourselves as if we could be better in so many fields, yes, we are stagnating our growth. And if we stagnate our growth, that means we are stagnating our brothers and our sisters' growth next to us. Because they need you at your highest tippy top. They need you to reach their top. We are crabs in a bucket in reverse. Versus tearing each other down, we need to be lifting each other up. One get up so he can lift the other one up. One get up so he can lift the other one up. We need that type of mentality. Versus one getting up there and then drag the down back on down. We need to root the one who looks like, oh, he got some, let's root him over, he's going to keep us going. Yes, family, we have to know what it means to have leaders. We don't know what it means to have leaders. That's one thing I do enjoy by going to Oyots and the African village, is that we do know leadership. We know elders. We're able to say, okay, this one is leading and everyone else is behind. Now we are out here in society without a village, without our chief, without a king, and we don't know what it means to lead or to be led. Just govern. And that's not enough, family. It is not enough for us just to be governed. We have to know what it is to be a leader, how to look at a leader, how to treat a leader, how to be a leader. This is the growth process that we are facing, family. The different parts in our lives, how we can grow and mature.
Powerful messages, food for the soul, nourishment for the soul, and mental health. Please check your mental health. Your emotions will let you know your level of mental clarity and mental stability. You gotta do the cleansing of the diet, cleansing of what we're taking into our body, our circle, our community. All of that is very important. Are we even getting enough oxygen after being cooped up and put inside in a building for 2 years? Maxed up. Lack of oxygen we experience because they don't have the experiment. We have some catching up to do. Things are going to feel uncomfortable. Things are supposed to be new. We cannot be comfortable with uncomfortability any longer. That means the things that still trigger you, the things that still agitate you, the things that still bring out those low vibrational reactions from you and behaviors from you. Don't be mad at the things that are agitating you. Don't be mad at the test. Take a look at how did you pass the test, at the actions. How did you receive it? Don't be so mad with those tests and trials and tribulations that come by and offer us the opportunity and a chance at growth, a chance at becoming wiser, a chance at evolving. Take a look at, and are you growing? Do the same things make you upset? Do the same things bother you? But let's not be so quick to overlook those things and zoom past those things. Let's do the necessary work so that area can receive growth. Let's just stop picking and choosing the areas we need growth in, and let's actually analyze and discern and see what areas are needing growth that are conducive to what we're wanting to manifest. A lot of people are wanting to manifest healthy, long-lasting relationships, but lack the emotional maturity, mental health, and spiritual development to obtain and keep those things. It's easier to get in a good, healthy relationship than keeping that relationship healthy. Okay. So we have to understand what areas require what we're needing for that manifestation. If you're looking for financial growth and development, if you're looking for business increase, okay, well, you need to look at those areas. Are you great with time management? Do you have self-discipline? Are you organized? Are you proactive or reactive? These are areas in your life that you're going to have to study and apply strength to in order to see what you're petitioning, what you're manifesting. It's not just some people get these things and some people don't. Life is unfair. That's not how it works. Everybody's built with different deck of cards, with different hand cards. Those cards are made up of your bloodline, your DNA, from both mother and father side, and how they came together and what they produced once they came together. Not everybody is working with the same deck of cards. However, we do have access. We all have access to those energies. That's how much work and effort that you're going to put in. Which means that for that prayer, those petitions, just a thought, start adding perseverance to those prayers, endurance to those prayers, patience to those prayers. Because a lot of people are relying on tolerance. Do not build anything off of tolerance. Because as soon as you no longer can tolerate that thing, you won't have the patience. It is an illusion. Grow that patience organically. Respect that patience. Respect the time that it takes for something to grow, to develop. We all respect the time that it takes for a baby to grow and develop before it's born. Don't want anything to rush that time and block that time. That's the same respect and respect that we should have for time for other areas of our life to grow. Whether it's within our careers, our love life, within our family, within our spiritual journey. Respecting the time and patience that is needed for growing. Farmers know this best. Herders know this best. Leaders know this best. Parents know this best. These are energies that we must strengthen so we can be able to see them reflect in other areas of our life. A lot of people cannot put the time in that it takes to have those 30-year relationships, 25-year relationships. They believe that off of everything else they went through in life, that's why they're deserving of that. They believe because everything else they went through in the past and every other failed relationship and downfall and heartbreak, that now they are owed these things. You have to work and earn those things, especially with anyone you come across. Whoever you come across, they don't owe you anything off of what you went through the last person. Now have good character and you'll be blessed. Have good character and you will be blessed. Have good character and you'll be blessed. But don't think that someone else owes you something because you want it so bad and because of what you went through in the past. Anything you receive is because you've earned it. That's the whole purpose of the law of karma. That's why karma is there and is a real thing. Because whatever you get and receive, you've earned it. So for those who scream out life is not fair, this is unfair, don't forget who you were 4 years ago, 6 years ago, that nasty ass attitude, that hell you gave your mama. That side chick role you didn't mind playing. Those petty dollars you stole at work. Don't forget the stuff that you think you're not being judged because nobody was there or you thought nobody saw. Please to know that we are all here and wanted to pay off as much as we can before we go to the other side. See that materialize. Debts. Going back to the message yesterday, because a lot of people want new. But there are debts to pay. Stop thinking that you could be a slime in the street, and then when it comes to juju people, you're just supposed to be owed some glorious, sweet life. Stop thinking you can be assholes to people you don't like, and then the people you love is just supposed to forgive you for your assholes ways.
Alapia family tuning on there. Baba Jalani.
Alapia Jalani and family. How are you all? Let's strength. And before we cry, bitch, and pout, please let it be a debt paid. Before something pisses you off to the point where now you are ungrateful, let it be a debt paid, a debt owed. That time that you cut somebody off in traffic, yeah, you may be late going to work one day. That may been, they may point out. Don't scream out, life is unfair. Eat what the plate you prepared. And then learn to don't do it again. That's where the evolution of wisdom has to come in at. Paying that karmic debt. Learning from having to pay that karmic debt. And the results in the end and the outcome will be good. It should. Still all good in neighborhood. You still have a chance to grow. Don't be mad at that situation that came across you. It was a chance and opportunity to grow. Which means, and how can we grow if we'll never go through anything? How can we become wiser if we're still not experiencing things we have to learn from? How can we become stronger if our strength is being tested? Stop asking for things and don't know what that comes with. The lack of knowledge. How people perish with lack of knowledge. Stop asking for a healthy, long-lasting relationship and you don't know everything that you ain't studied the vows. You done ignored the vows and only paid attention to the wedding dresses and venues. Don't forget the vow said sick or health, rich or poor, better or worse. Death do its part. And they'll say you act up, out of here. You can't get right, get left. Those will never end about. That's some shit we done nigga rigged and made up along the way. Because we was relying on tolerating versus patience.
Just making it on by. Let's settle.
Make it till you make it.
Make it till you make it. And now we picked up these sayings, and we picked up the strength, the fake strength that we needed to persevere. The uncomfortability, we made a natural thing. We made it a known thing. We're going to be uncomfortable because this is just the way we make it through. Get used to this uncomfortability. This is at least the rest of us, we already know this uncomfortability, so get used to it. First, let's strive for best. Let's strive for better. We don't have to be comfortable with this. What actions can be made? What changes can be made? Everything that we feel as if we deserve, we must earn. If you don't have it, you haven't earned it. Simple as that.
Respect the time and patience that is needed to obtain that, to even acquire that.
That part.
It still is required maturity. Good character. Stop thinking that some people think they can run to the dark side and rely on things that don't have good character to get things that require good character. It's not a trade-off.
It's not.
You cannot go to any dark entity and ask them to grant something they don't cover. Some things are only governed and granted by good character. There are universal laws, in fact. That you can't be a shitty person and then just think that you're going to have a perfect life. Ask any of those celebrities that have sold out and saw those monies and saw that life, then had to pay up. Not too many celebrities are even dying with their wealth. Lets you know who are sold out. I say a good way. Thank you. Yes, it is 30 minutes left to the cutout.
I do for 30 minutes left, family. For those who would like to book their live New Moon mini readings during this live broadcast, there are still 10 slots available. We do have family booking up inside of the inbox. So once we're in the inbox, family, please be patient for those who are wanting for us to be back on live again. We have been enjoying ourselves, family.
Yeah.
We pray that family's been enjoying yourselves as well. And family, please have patience. Once again, we are working with a new streaming device here. We are not ghosts. We're not I know you all see us going in and out and things like that, right? You see a little green ghost trail. Yeah. We are working with some new equipment here. We thank you all for your patience, and we're working to make it look just as spiffy and beautiful as you are becoming.
Family, y'all already know what time it is. My birthday is in 10 days. Okay.
Turning 30 something.
I say we are a reflection of you all, family.
I do pray. You know we are missing y'all over there, family.
Y'all won't believe who's next door. Y'all will not believe who moved next door. Yes, family, today Papa will be celebrating his 30-something birthday. Looking good, okay?
I do pray, family. Also celebrating 24 years of dedicated ancestral preaching.
Yes, as well as Papa has 2 days coming up, celebrating 24 years initiated in 1999.
Doing the work I need to do for the community. I must say, within these 24 years and gaining eldership and gaining wisdom, it's been quite interesting. It's been quite fun getting to dibble and dabble with each and one of you all's ancestors has been quite interesting and again fun. I learned so much in this priesthood. I learned a wide variety, vast of knowledge and wisdom traveling to you all's ancestors. Every time someone books an ancestral reading, my goodness, the things that I am discovering about you and myself. Just learning about human nature, human species itself. The wisdom and knowledge have grown so much, and I cannot wait just to see what the next 24 years is going to bring. I said, I love your goddaughter, Brittany.
I love your Brittany. Yes, Baba, your priesthood is older than some of your godchildren.
I know, right? I've been thinking, like, I'm not sure if any of you all were born in 99, the year I was initiated.
I was 5 years old.
My goodness. Let me go so old.
I was 5, Baba, when you got initiated. But that's why we speak to the parents, because we were children that was introduced to these cultures, these traditions. Baba was 12 when Baba was initiated into the society. So a lot of you all have children and they did nothing but read men. Since you learned about voodoo and hoodoo. You care less about what your children need. Some of you all have the nerve to have children who need healing, have been through something, and we had to call it out in a reading. You didn't need to tell us. That wasn't even a reason why you was coming to Juju people. Juju people had to tell you, oh, your children need this. You're the parent. Do know we were those children that our parents did not forget about on their spiritual journey when they was obtaining spiritual development and growth. We have such a Baba of 24 years because of Baba's mother making that decision to not just take the journey for herself or her selfishness.
I do pray, yeah, Ocean, at the older shade on my mother. I say definitely once my mother took the journey, she did not hesitate long after to make sure that her children took that same journey just as well. And the benefits that my mother gained made sure that we were able to gain it. Like a family business. You know, if you know that your family is known for doing something, make sure the whole family is into it, not just you, not a selfish life. I say that was one thing my mother showed and taught us growing up, that she never lived a selfish life. Even when it came down to sharing almond joy bar, my mother showed me it's not about being selfish. Share what you have, and surely you will be taken care of. So with these gifts that I've had, teaching, the training, the initiation, my God, I've really enjoyed it. And I urge everyone to take their spiritual journey just as serious so that you can feel that proud feeling, that proudness that what you're doing makes a difference. What you're doing does touch others. It does make others feel better to know something that they did not know before. You have the same gift just as well. It's just where you're going to place it, how you're going to use it, and what character you're going to have while using it. In this field, you must have what I call like a good character, because the people must trust you. To trust what you're saying, to trust that it is coming from spirit and not emotions, not feelings. So, no, this journey is not for the weak, because you want to just be human. You just want to be emotional, but you have a responsibility. For 24 years, I have showed that responsibility, and I pray that I continue to show another 24 years and coming.
I'm excited. I know I'm along the line. I'm in the beautiful journey. I appreciate your beautiful insight very much. Family, we got, I believe that is 22 minutes into the cutoff, family. How do you all feel about the messages that came for the new collective reading? And if you're just still tuning in, family, make sure you guys catch the beginning of this live so y'all can get the rest of the messages from Spirit.
I say, yeah, family, hit that replay button once this live is over. Please catch all those messages. They did come heavy. And yes, family, apply the messages. Do not just hear the messages. Do not just say, oh, I heard them. Apply them. It makes no difference to us if you just hear them and don't apply them. We give messages on behalf of Spirit because Spirit wants you to do better. We love you and we expect for you to do better. We expect everyone coming to us are the best. We do. And the Spirit says, well, no, we all can work on some things. So Spirit is going to give you some messages that you can apply into your life. And it will make you better. Whether you think it or not, it will make you better. say I do, boy.
Taylor gonna be up here soon giving us messages.
That's number 7 right there.
Definitely appreciate the messages. Yesterday, I still been meditating and processing messages yesterday, so these messages included, definitely gonna download and take them, apply them to the areas of my life where I know that they're needing it at. These men continue to journey forward.
I say, I know I as well. As anytime when messages are coming to you, never to be taken for granted. My mother would tell me growing up, anything that comes to you is not just for sport and play. Take it serious. You never know who's entertaining you. An angel is unaware may be entertaining you. So we don't know what the messages may bring tomorrow. The messages may be preparing you for those angels. Wow. Brought me back to the story of Lot once again. He was able to take certain messages before he was in this situation of being in Sodom and Gomorrah, remembered those messages and applied them. And because he was able to apply them, he showed that he was worthy enough. We have to find ourselves to be at such worthiness to apply the messages so that when the time does come, we show that we can listen. We're smart, we're wise. A wise man listens and applies. Smart people know just how to repeat, mimic. A wise man applies it and see why he learned it in the first place.
You are present. Another example of character. The story of Lot and Sodom and Gomorrah. That character. So it's not about what is going on around you. We were told to be in the world, not of the world. We were told to be holy, to be set apart, to be separate. Your mama's not gonna care if the neighbors was acting a fool. She knows that you better not have it out there.
You better not have it.
Your character, who are you when you feel like no one's watching? That is playing a huge part in your manifestations. If you have a hard time with anything else, we advise all to go back through our lives and take notes. These messages are not for myself. We go back and take notes, family.
And apply them.
Yes.
We strive to be great because we know we have so many looking at us that needs us to be great, wants us to be great, expect us to be great. So yes, family, we take the same notes that we give to others.
Beautiful notebooks. Baba actually buys notebooks because I write notes and plan and vision. It's therapeutic for me. So sometimes we go back and we watch our own lives and be like, what? Is that coming out of my mouth? Did you hear those messages? Oh my God, yes, I needed it. Sometimes I'm brought to tears of myself because I done gave a message a year ago. Baba done gave a message a year ago that we're needing right there in that moment. We can go back at our own lives and take that message and apply because we allow spirit to come through. So please do know, take notes, read and study, process. Let's not let things just go in one ear and out the other, or we're just doing things to try to keep up with the Joneses. Or I'm only on a spiritual journey because it's a trend. Your character will show the reasons why you and intentions why you are on a journey, why you contacted Juju, why you partake in voodoo. Your character will show. If you call yourself buying spiritual items and your personality has not matured or grown or your characteristic traits hasn't cleaned up, if you're still a nasty person and and mean and everyone just tolerates you, that shows what you're on a spiritual journey for. So basically, the world is looking at us. Not that they never looked at us before. There's other reasons now that the world is looking at us. Because we're not just standing in solidarity to be publicly assholes and fighting in Walmart, snatching wigs off, fighting over baby daddies anymore. We've also came out publicly to say, oh, we're reclaiming our rightful place within this world. We are scholars. We are special. We are gifted. We are ordained. We are anointed. We are blessed. Okay, so eyes are on us for claiming those titles again. You're going to have those who are not wanting us to claim those titles again. So working on you when you feel what you do, how you respond, how you view, you feel like no one's looking, is shaping and playing a huge part in your manifestations and your petitions. Stop thinking you're going to buy every herb in the world and put them all together on a candle and don't have to change who you are on the inside. It is who you are on the inside that's blessing those herbs and those candles. That's the gift that, Adam was given, the gift of the tone, the gift of name. So it's the tone that carries the power of life and death, to be able to speak life and death into something. So do know who's consecrating, who's blessing these items and these rituals. The character you carry. If you're an ugly person, those things are coming through in an ugly way. Trust. Karma. Don't think there's a camera that's going to remove her out the picture.
She in that picture for life.
Period. Fool. 14 minutes into the cutoff, family. I love y'all. And thank you, Julie. We are reflections of you all, family.
I do pray. Yes, family, 14 minutes until the cutoff, family. These have been some wonderful, wonderful messages. Especially if you have not picked up on the messages from yesterday's live. Please go back and listen to that live message, family, because those messages and then these messages, coming into this new moon strong. About to make some changes. We are not the same people, family. We are not the same ones who are making the same mistakes over and over and over again. I'm still looking for change. That's called insanity. We are people who know that we must change. If we do not like our situation that we are in now, that means we must change for a different scenario next month, next week, next month, next year. We got to make those changes, family. I know those changes are not easy, but if we do them together, it's a little bit more comfortable. Coming out of the uncomfortability that we've been comfortable with. Oh, it's going to be even more uncomfortable if you find yourself the only one coming out of it. That's why we like to do things as a group. We like to go walk into the store as a group, go to the club as a group, just make things more comfortable. I say also a reminder to all the God children, please be up on getting your monthly readings. As the God children, it is very important because you are special to us in this house, and we need you all to be doing all of it. Okay, we need for you to be on it because we have the world looking at everyone in the house of confirmations. We have the world looking at each and every one of you are not just but the ones who are following. So make sure, family, you all are up on your monthly readings so that you can avoid whatever things that may be coming your way that may have you to stumble. I do pray for the love, family.
Thank you for the love, family. Family, how y'all doing out there? Thank you, Taylor, for your feedback and let us know wonderful messages. Glad that you received the messages. Anyone else? How do you all feel about the new moon collective reading? So we know what we should be working on throughout this month, what we should be manifesting, and being able to illuminate this
illuminate the full moon with. Perfect. That's the same thing from last one. Perfect is a change. I'm sure we've all reached a point in our life where we don't want the same thing over and over again. We want different, we want better. Family, how y'all feel about hosting another movie night like HOK used to do? Now, if I could remember, I believe we was watching Lovecraft Country with family. Every other night we will pop up some more episodes of Lovecraft Country. Family would go ahead and tune on in and love it. It was wonderful. Thinking about bringing that back as well, family. How do you all feel?
Thank you. Yes, 10 minutes is the countdown. Now 9 minutes. Yeah, Lovecraft Country, the biblical show that they removed to tell the truth. How the biblical places were over here on this side of the earth.
If y'all did not get a chance to watch Lovecraft Country, yes. That was a tell-all show. Taylor, thank you again for putting us on to Queen Charlotte.
Taylor, shout out to you, boo.
That was a good one.
Because Queen Charlotte. Talking about some tea.
Talking about tea time. Woo, put a whole new spin on tea time.
Girl.
Got us watching Bridgerton.
Yeah. Queen Charlotte took us up through there. Okay, so they can feel however they want to feel. At the end of the day, like we all know, because all the rulers were black, were more melanated, that mind over there is melanated. See, now they trying to take it back to the other side. Because being a life path number 9, knew from the month beginning who was the month beginning of that month 9.
Wow.
Okay, so if we know in the beginning it was us, just because they whitewash doesn't mean that they're not descendants of melanated beings, and they grandmother, great-grandmother, great-great-grandmother, great-great-great-grandmother, Queen Charlotte, had Moorish blood. Point blank, period. We know that to be true because who was ruling over there?
The Moors.
And what color were the Moors?
Melanated.
So they like to dance around with words and titles and bullshit. That's why I be having to calm my spirits down. Because we knew T was gonna drop when she died. Point blank, period.
Alapia here, Jelani.
Point blank, period. We knew they was gonna have to reveal and release so many secrets that she's been sitting on about her and her family.
And boy, did they come out as soon as she gone.
I mean, I think the day she died, her son, or whoever he is, Prince Harry and Meghan, released their tell-all series. They guess because we know they real show that they really released. what was that name of the show they had come
Right,
out at the same time? That they had nothing to do, but it was something like true story. Y'all, we gonna go back because they dropping so much tea. We gotta get a bucket.
We gotta get a whole bucket of this iced tea. And
collect the tea and bring it back to y'all. Okay, they trying to catch us off guard. They released some tea like this, but they did. First of all, we created tea, so they ain't gonna have nothing go over our head. We watching them.
We know everything that they release is not entertainment. There is nothing new under the sun. They have an idea of something from somewhere.
Nothing.
There's nothing new under the sun that has not been done so much. They're telling it.
Right. They popped it off of Tudors.
Did anyone get a chance to watch Tudors?
Y'all gotta take it back to because this is their history. Yeah, them fucking each other and fucking men and stuff. They weren't delivered. No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
They still like men's.
Yes, them Christians and them Crusaders had nothing to do with our Bible.
They still like men's.
That's why it ain't never been renamed the Christian Bible. They got all types of different Bibles out there. They got the New Life translation. They got all types of translations of Bibles out there, but not none one of them is just the Christian Bible. No, because they ain't got nothing. What they asked us over there doing had nothing to do with what this Bible said. Watch that story from Tudors. So it was another one. But definitely Crenshaw, Bridgerton. And it's another show from Meghan and Harry that we gotta put y'all on.
Right, not the Meghan and Harry documentary. There was a movie that dropped the same time that told the real story. The real story, what happened with them. Vampires.
Yeah, they're right. Which takes you back to adrenochrome, which we know Queen Elizabeth is on. You know, they say because she gone now. First of all, she gone. Second of all, she been gone. So when they announced her death, man, if I'm not mistaken, that lady done died 3-4 years ago.
A few times. It's like
yeah, she done died a couple of times.
She's done the what's the son effect? What's his name? Mandela.
Oh yeah, the Mandela effect.
She done caused the Mandela effect on us, y'all. How many times this woman done passed away?
That's secondable, okay. Third of all, we're not gonna act like we didn't see her name on that list. We all know what list we talking about. Pedophile Island list. The mothers that was going over there to each other. Epstein Island to eat, murder, and rape and torture children.
What family members of hers was on that list?
Or sacrifices, which was a real team. Okay. The Pizzagate scandal was a real team. Hillary Clinton and what was on her computers found on her hard drive. Yeah, all of that. Y'all remember we was coming out strong with the headlines with court documentations. Yeah, so her name was on that list and a couple of other officials from their royal family.
I believe even Obama.
Yeah, Obama. And his thing, Michelle Obama was on that list. So that goes back, dating back to vampire. What gave birth to the vampire, the Baal Empire? Those who were surviving off the blood and off of those satanic rituals, to the point where the Bible had to tell us not to sacrifice children. That is a biblical record. It is recorded in our biblical text because them motherfuckers was doing it so much that it had to be told not to do it. That's how much of it was going on around us, that it had to be biblically said, do not sacrifice your children to Molech. To the point where they had video of that boy jumping to his death at the Buckingham Palace. They said she was, executed from going on trial from that case, from being on that list, and the things that her and her family were charged with when it came to the part they played in human sex trafficking. Hence, all these movies that are coming out about the children being shipped and trafficked through those what you call those things that go on the train?
Trailers.
Yeah, the trailers, like the movie The Mother that has came out and is showing the children how they're trafficking children through the trailers. It's another movie that just came out. Oh my God. We gotta write these movies down because they is telling the tea, y'all. These motherfuckers are because CSS. I don't know if that was it.
That's another one. We're gonna look at it.
Definitely, because they are. This is something that they're really doing. As we know, our children, the amount of melanated children go missing a year. I believe one movie showed it. They said about 700,000, and they said little to 1% are found of those 700,000 a year. First of all, niggas can't even get a warrant and miss probation and not be found. Say that again. Niggas can't get a warrant and miss probation and not be found, let alone 700,000 children. That means there has to, of course, have to be a higher official governing that. But that's why we're working on new. We're not remaining the same because there's some shit that still goes on that doesn't need to go on. Right, like period. 700,000 of our children shouldn't be able to come up missing. No. That is a full-blown operation. Military operation, CIA operation. Oh, and before we go, y'all, because it's the cutoff, before we go, y'all, we're not going to ignore that tea they dropped on Queen Charlotte's nor Coke either.
Oh, my goodness. Did y'all, Alafia, Denicia. Y'all, if y'all did not see in Bridgerton, they got Queen Charlotte up there doing the cocaine and getting it refreshed.
They ain't never showed not another royal snorting coke.
But the black queen up there, like Tony Montana,
just getting it in. They done showed them hunching each other, doing all type of stuff. They ain't never showed them snorting coke up in that Buckingham Palace, but they had the nerve to put that coke spoon in our Queen Charlotte's hand and nose. They got another thing coming for them. We don't play that. They're not gonna keep defiling our character on TV. No. But at the end of the day, she did reap and make money off of the slave trade. We're not gonna act like 1765 wasn't after the slave trade in 1619. So yes, a black ass was making money off of our black ass. And that's a whole nother conversation. That's a whole nother conversation, okay? Alafia, Denicia Games. Hey, boo. How you doing, love? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ia Jelani. You said CSS is the name of the train company that was hoarding the children in the train yards. Thank you. Because we know what we was talking about. Thank you. And I would call out some other names, but for political reasons, and y'all won't believe how much these people like to harass us for what we say on our live broadcast.
Just come to the house, we'll talk about it.
We'll tell you about more people. Okay. Just like Walmart just officially, because now I want to close down after 6-7 months ago, we came clean about the videos we were finding of children saying they had been kidnapped and taken to the back of a Walmart by Walmart employees. And then after we did that live, 2 weeks later, our nearest Walmart suspiciously caught on fire. They said a homeless man came in there and set the clothing section on fire. First of all, you can't even steal at Walmart in peace. You can't even mis-scan shit at the door, let alone they gonna stand and watch a homeless nigga set the clothes on fire to the point where it burnt down the whole Walmart. And then a month after that, 2 more Walmarts caught fire in Atlanta, Georgia, and then a Target caught fire, we ain't stupid. Not stupid at all. Definitely those were big hugs that played a part in traffic. Insurance money, they make insurance money. The money they would get from insurance, they make that a day at a register. Okay, there's 1 million Walmarts in the world alone. They making their insurance money. They are also hugs for children trafficking. They are. And we've uploaded proof of these things, and they contact us about these videos and stuff that we say is so. Yes, family. Make sure that you keep your ears and eyes out open because they're putting a lot of this stuff in movies and calling it entertainment. That we're studying it just like they studied us.
I do know these concentration camps are for the children of Israel. That's it. Well, family, we love you and we thank you. And until next time, bye. Be blessed, family.